So this is the AM6 condenser mic from Fifine. We're gonna take a look at it, show you it off, show you how it sounds, which you're listening to it right now, and then I'm gonna show you what it sounds like on the Xbox because, well, this can definitely be used on the Xbox if you have the right cables. Let's go in an overhead shot, take a look at some of the functionalities of it and features, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, guys, so while editing this video, there's a few things that I needed to come back on here and mention. Don't like to do this, but it is what it is. It needs to be done, and I can take some other parts out of the video. Number one, I forgot to mention Fifine did send this out to me for review, so you'll see in that probably at the beginning. And number two is this mic can only be used on Xbox with a PC at the same time. I wanted to go ahead and throw that in there and get it out of the way. You do have to have a PC to plug up the mic to, for some reason, activate mic monitoring through the control panel, sound control panel on the PC, which is frustrating to say the least. Not a big fan of that at all. Fine. So let's get started with some of the things on here itself. You do get a pop filter with this mic. It comes with it automatically. You can take it off if you want, just kind of slides in and off. Other things that I have on it as well is on the front here, this is just your mix knob for your game volume and chat volume, which is pretty nice. And you have the unity, or we call, well, right in the middle of your mic itself, and it kind of like falls in place so you kind of know you're in that middle without it moving, and it does stop all the way around back and forth, which is a nice touch. On the side of the mic itself, you do have a gain volume for your mic itself, and then you have a headphone volume for your mic monitoring that you have on here, which we'll be utilizing for the Xbox itself. On the bottom of the mic, you do have your noise cancellation. This mic does come with it, by the way. This is your RGB. This is where you can just swap through your RGBs or even turn them off if you don't want to use them. And then here's your mic monitoring itself. On the back side of it, the mic right here, you do have a USB-C. This is what it takes. This is a condenser mic itself. So you're going to be using USB-C. It comes with a nice cable. Well, it comes with a cable. The one thing I will say about the cables on these mics and stuff is I want to see L-shaped cables come with these instead of the straight port cable. I want to see an L-shaped cable on here. It just makes it a little bit easier. That way, if you need to rotate the mic more, because like when you have this cable on here, I'll show you. When you have this cable on, you can only go so far without like kind of like pushing up against it and everything. And I don't really want to be able to do that. So if it was like an L shape on here that kind of came in and cut some of this off, where I can, like, you know, come out or even come up, you know, be a little bit better. So just wanted to throw that out there. All right, so it does come with this base. As you see here, it's a nice heavy base. You can take this off. You have a 3/8 to 5/8 adapter threading inside here, 3/8 down below, 5/8 right here. So that way, if you want to hook this up to a boom arm, you can. And honestly, I recommend you see me holding it at the beginning of the video. I want it close because I can turn the gain down and neglect a lot of background noise and not have to worry about fans and dogs and my wife chewing me out in the middle of doing a video. So the polar pattern on this mic itself is a corduroy, which means you're going to talk in the front of this pop filter right here. Don't try to talk into it at the back. The front, it's right here in the middle. So just talk like this. Not like don't put your face on it, but you know what I mean. Warranty on this mic itself is a 1-year warranty out of the box. So if you have an issue with it, you can reach out to Fifine themselves and they will hook you up. Make it right. All right, so we got the mic hooked up itself. We are, well, we're in RGB mode. As you can see here, you get the RGB on the ring on the bottom and at the top. This is giving that nice, good looking look for streaming, especially. This is what this is really made for, gamers and streamers. So I just want to throw that out there. Now the bottom, like I said, you do have a button where you can legitimately control your RGB lights by just cycling through them and stuff. So you do have 4 modes to go through. You have a single static mode for single colors. You have 2-tone color modes for static as well. You also have a dynamic 2-tone color grading, and then you also have the single color breathing. I'm personally like the breathing and the gradient and all that good jazz, so I'm going to leave it on that as we stream. All right, guys, so from here, what you're going to do to get the mic monitoring to work, you're going to click on your search bar. You're going to start typing in sounds, change system sounds. Some of it might be sound control panel, but for me, it's system sounds. You're going to click on that like so. It's going to pop up a little box like this. You're going to come over here to recordings. You're going to scroll down until you find your Fifine mic. Mine should be right around here somewhere. Well, it's supposed to be right around here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. You can double click on it like that. Come over here to listen. And then you want to play back through what device. You want to make sure it says headphones, Fifine game. That's going to be the mic itself. The mic monitoring port that you for some reason have to activate. And you want to make sure you hit listen to this device. If this box is not checked, make sure that box is checked. Hit apply and hit OK, and you will be good to go From here, I'm going to show you guys on how to hook it all up to the Xbox, even though it's the same way. Just remember, the cable has to be plugged into a freaking computer for this to be able to work. Typically, you don't have to do this on every other mic I've ever tested. I can plug it into the Xbox. I can plug it into a wall charger. It don't matter as long as the mic had power. It didn't, but this mic just in particular doesn't work that way, unfortunately. But in any case, it still works. Let me show you how to hook it up right now. So let's start with how to hook it up to the Xbox with an Xbox controller. Now, please listen. Any Xbox wireless controller will work. If it takes this dongle, this is the Turtle Beach expensive dongle I just dropped. If it takes this dongle to the bottom of this will work. So you don't have to ask me if the Xbox controller will work. It's going to work if it takes the bottom of this dongle. If this dongle plugs into it, it will work. This is an Elite Series, a typical Xbox One, typical Xbox Series controller work. Even an Xbox One S controller should work with this setup. This is the Turtle Beach adapter. This is an expensive piece. I understand that. I have heard, I can't confirm, but I have heard that the less expensive one will work. So if you want to give that a try, go ahead. I'm using the Turtle Beach one because I know it works because I bought it. And I'm not buying the other one because this one works. There's no reason for it. Anyways, all this stuff is going to be linked in the description below. Simply hook it up to the bottom of your controller. Why you need this, I don't know. A lot of people ask me that. I honestly just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, you're going to need a splitter. The splitter has to have 3 white or black rings on it. You'll know you have the right one if you have little symbols on your headset pieces or your ends pieces. One will be a microphone, one will be a headset. You have to have this for this to work. You're simply going to plug in the bottom of the adapter like so. Boom, you're done. That part's done. Put it to the side. Then you're going to grab another cable. Now this cable can be a 3-sleeve or a 2-sleeve cable. See if I can get that in focus. It can either have 2 lines or 3 lines on it, whatever you have sitting around. If you don't want to purchase one, if you want to purchase one, I'll be linking everything in the description below. You're going to plug that into the bottom of your mic. From here, you're going to find the one that has the microphone symbol on it. So right there's the microphone symbol. You're going to plug it into there. Boom, like so. From here, any headset will work. If the headset has a mic on it, as long as you can mute that mic, take that mic off, it doesn't matter, it will work. If it has 2 sleeves or 3 sleeves at the end right here, it don't matter, it will work. Wirelessly, I have to test some things out. Somebody told me to change some settings to use a wireless headset. As of now, I'm going to say no, because if you use a wireless headset with this, as of now, you cannot hear game chat in your system. Therefore, this is pretty much in void because you can't use this. All right. Other thing you need to make sure you do is USB has to be hooked up to your computer. You have to go into the settings. You have to change the mic monitoring, turn it on, make sure it's all on. And sometimes when I went to test this a few minutes ago, even though it was all on, even though it was all working good before, I had to go and uncheck the box, recheck the box for this to work. I'd be 100% honest with y'all. If I'm saying, should you buy this microphone in particular for the Xbox? I'm going to say no because of the hassle it takes to use this microphone on the Xbox. If I could just plug and play like every other mic, the AM6 that Fifine makes, I can plug and play, don't have to have anything. It works on Xbox perfectly fine with these cables, but with this, I have to have a computer. I have to jump through hoops to make sure it's working right, and it's just a headache. Making this video for this purpose has been a headache. So this is how you hook it up with this. All right, I'm interrupting your services again because I'm making this part super quick so you don't have to watch the same exact thing for the third-party controllers. If you're using a wired third-party controller, it's everything you just saw without this. You're going to save 40 bucks there if you don't need that. You will need a ground loop isolator. It looks like this. It's going to be linked below. You'll just plug it in the bottom of your mic like so, and then you'll plug everything else up the same to the controller. If you're running a power cable to your Xbox wireless controller, you will need that ground loop isolator as well. Just FYI, yes, I know my hair is erect. Yes, I know the background's not lit up. Yes, I legitimately just saved y'all 7 minutes. You're welcome. All right, so this is a mic test with the Fifine mic with a powered controller, a third-party controller. It does work perfectly fine, as you can see here. I will tell you, if you have a delay from your voice to the camera, what you will do is simply unplug your controller real quick and then plug it back in. Some reason this camera and the mic gets out of sync. I've pretty much every single time I've started streaming and testing this out. So you'll just unplug it and plug it back in. The same thing for wireless controllers, for the Xbox controllers. If you have that, you'll just turn the controller off, turn it back on, and your voice should be synced up as you see here. I didn't go in and fix it or anything, but this is what it sounds like. It does sound really, really good in my personal opinion. I was listening to it before I actually started recording this session. You are hearing it through the stream. So any background noise, any kind of gameplay or whatever, this is what it would sound like over it and everything else. So yeah, you do have gain control here. I have mine at 50%. If I were to crank it up, it's gonna peak. And I don't want to make it peak, so I'm going to break it back down. I'm not sure what you just heard, but we don't want to make it too loud, so that's what we did there. Yeah, other than that, I think this is a pretty good mic. You do have the mic unmute it. You should be able to hear me talking again, so that's pretty cool. You have all that functionality there. Again, you want to make sure the game chat volume, the mixer volume, just turn it all the way to game. Turn your mic monitoring all the way up, and then just play with your gain until you get it to a nice sound that you like, where you want it at and everything. Remember, if you put it on the desk, you're going to turn the gain up, you're going to get more background noise, etc. So I would recommend putting on a boom arm. I'll link some cheap boom arms below for you to use if you want to. Check that out. And well, yeah, let's wrap it up. I did want to show you what it sounded like with the noise cancellation on. So let me turn that on right now. And now that it's on, you can kind of hear it and see what it sounds like for yourself. You know, my environment's quiet, but I do feel like the noise cancellation isn't really sharp like you hear in some other mics, some of the other competitors out there of Fifine themselves. I like the noise cancellation on this, the way it sounds and stuff. So if I needed to, I would probably use this, but I prefer this way just because my environment's nice and, well, it's not really loud. I can turn my fans on my PC and stuff down, get that overall sound that I'm looking for. So at the end of the day, does it sound good? Let me know in the comments below. Are you hooking this up? Are you buying this for your Xbox? Let me know in the comments below how it sounded, if you're buying this for your Xbox, all that good jazz. And while you're down there, hit the like button. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and well, love.